Hello, welcome back. I know it's been a little bit of a break since you last saw us here with Surrett, but we're back. Every other week we'll do that to you. So welcome to our D&D 5e homebrew campaign, Stories of Surrett. This is, I don't know, episode 3. How many times y'all played? 4? Couple. It's still early. Welcome. It's D&D 5e. Let's just go ahead and go around the table. We can just jump into things because I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're just gonna start at the top with Fair. Go for it.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, well, you're first in the overlay.
Yeah, change that. Hi, I'm Fair. Pronounce she her, and I'll be playing Najana, your Twilight Domain cleric. Pronouns also she her.
All right, Juice, you're up.
Hello, I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice, and I'm playing Rosita, she, her.
All right, Theta.
Hi, I'm Theta, and I'm going to be playing Dal, whose pronouns I do not remember. I never remember anyone. I cannot remember pronouns of people I play. I'm so sorry.
The overlay says she, he, they.
Okay, all of them.
No wonder you couldn't remember. You use them all.
And Ivy, you're up.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I use she, they pronouns, and I will be playing Zico Halrik, she, her, our tiny goblin monk friend who on the way to find a child, apparently.
And I am Liz. I will be your DM. I use she, her pronouns. Quick note. This is not expected to get super heavy. This is a relatively lighthearted and fun game. They are searching for a kidnapped child, so take lighthearted and fun how you will. That said, we've gone over safety tools. Everybody's got, those to throw up an X, red, yellow, green. Ping me in our chat. We take care of each other here, and you should do that at your table as well. If you need to step away because something gets a little too real, that's fine. That's great. Take care of yourself and find our stuff out on YouTube. That said, I don't think anybody remembers where we were. Oh, all right, Ivy, go for it. I don't have to do the recap. Yay.
No, you do not. I was the one who did the recaps for Source of Surrett before, and I will happily take that mantle on again. So, last we left off, Ziku and Matrix and Anansi had bounced off to God knows where to deal with the goddess bullshit that is the lady with no eyes, trying to find her eyes. So Matrix and Ziku were holed up in a hotel. Matrix has locked himself with a book and is refusing to come out. I have absolutely no idea what's going on with that robot. Najana? Am I saying it correctly? Cool. Najana wakes up in the forest with no memory and a dragon named Nefertiri, baby dragon, wormling, who calls her mom. Wanders into, we are in Turas, which is along the river, not Terrell. Terrell's a different place. You don't want to end up in Terrell. A lot of undead there. So wanders into Turas. It is a city that it gets flooded in the winter. It gets flooded at some point. At some point it gets flooded. So half the buildings are underwater, but the city is in fact prepared for that. So all the doors are on the roofs and stuff. There we meet Dal, who is aware. I didn't meet Doll last episode because Data was not with us last episode. I just know Doll exists. Sorry. And then we also have Rosita, who befriended Najana and Doll, and also just like sweets a lot. Little halfling girl. No, thank you. So they're all hanging out. Najana has a symbol that she has no idea what it is. So Doll wants to take the symbol to the Holy Lady of the Harvest Church, Temple, whatever you call it. Didn't come back. This is when Ziku runs into them after trying to find out like payment for passage, because keep in mind, Ziku Matrix and co were tasked with helping the possibly assassination plot princess find magical items to stop the overthrowing of her, because she's actually the socialist princess. So we were trying to do that, got sidetracked. It's a whole other spiel. Ziku runs into Najana, waiting with Rosita for Doll to come back. Doll has not returned. Ziku goes to find Doll, overhears the conversation of the priestess being like, why does this lady have a demon symbol? Because according to current mythos, the symbol is from a goddess. Oh shoot, am I not in the meeting? Hold on. I will do that real fast. But basically, Najana gets a flash of a memory, which shows it was like a really terrible migraine. Same with Nefertiri. I bring the priest lady around because I think that I figured it'd be easier if they all just met face to face, but not in the temple, because for whatever reason, Najana can't go near the temple without getting a really bad vibe. And then I believe we had a conversation with the priestess. She was not threatening, but she definitely gave a I am concerned vibe. We all caught the vibe that she was not having a fun time with this entire conversation. Then Najana, Rosita, and I head off to the inn to just rest and talk in general. I bring up to Najana that, hey, timelines with gods are weird. I've met like 3. And then throughout this conversation, the River Queen decides to attack Ross, because there's a River Queen who asks for payment from towns to keep them left alone or whatever the hell. We fight through a bunch of shit. There were healers in the water, whatever the hell, and then we get all the way to the governor's house. It was governor, right? Not the mayor. Governor house. And we find out that, what was her name? Sarah? Sarah, his daughter, friends with Rosita, got kidnapped by the River Queen. However, the River Queen does not seem to have any intent on harming the child. However, the child is in fact taken. So now we have to find a child. And I believe that's where we left off in the most odd, stuttered recap that I have ever done. Thank you. Good night.
So yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. Y'all had made it. Ooh, interesting. Y'all had got to the governor's house, broke in. Najana took care of some folks in there. And you made it to a different section of the house that had been, it looked like there was a public facing area and then the family's private quarters. And you find the governor a little beat up. Room looks a little wrecked, but he appears to be in decent shape. And he tells you that Sarah has been taken. I don't remember, because it's been like half a month. If he told, well, you're welcome to ask him any questions you'd like, because he does kind of start trying to set up chairs and settle things here, as he begins to kind of explain what's going on. He goes on to flip over a couple of chairs, and you notice he is a tallish man, maybe 6 foot, curly hair, one arm, the other sleeve is empty and pinned back up to his shoulder. And you see him kind of just snapping with his hand as he casts mending to sort of fix up these chairs and lifts them up and sets them back together. He is, anybody who wants to can make an insight check if you'd like. It's probably not a very high DC.
Well, I crit, so tell me everything.
Tell you everything. Got it.
Nine.
Strangely calm for a man whose kid just got taken. Not, you can tell it is not unconcerned because his eyes are kind of jumping around, but he's still taking the time to kind of set these chairs back up and like offers you a seat.
Sir, what is going on?
This is odd. This is bizarre.
You don't seem very surprised.
Mm. Sarah did not. Sarah is my daughter. I have raised her since she was an infant, but she was adopted. There was a note that made its way here, I want to say 6 weeks ago. It was, I mean, you've seen the town. It got damaged. And from what we were able to understand, it had mentioned her.
Mentioned her in what capacity?
We couldn't tell. We saw her name, but a great deal of it was, and he kind of starts pulling drawers open like he's looking for something. Magic, wonderful though it is, can't remake the letter. At least not what I'm capable of, not without going down to the college and so on and so forth. So we just kept an eye on her. She's damn near grown, so it's difficult to convince her to stay in the house. But she's usually willing to listen. I'm going to assume that whatever reason she was taken, it was the two reasons you take a child of an official is ransom, or honestly ransom. That's about it. If it's not that, then it may have something to do with her biological parent, which is concerning.
I see.
Who is that and where are they?
Her name was Cassandra. She lived down in the Isles. She was arrested, say about 17 years ago, for unlicensed use of necromancy. Heavy necromancy.
Oh.
I don't know if any of you you are all obviously new to town. And he kind of looks over at you, Doll. I've seen you once or twice. The rest of you are obviously new to town. Sarah she's a good girl, but she's, I hate to say weak, as that is not a great descriptor of her, but frail, perhaps. It is a symptom left over from the womb.
Is Sarah aware that she's adopted?
Oh, yes. It's never really been a secret.
Just making sure. So, we think it's possible that her birth mother maybe hired these pirates to retrieve her?
That doesn't seem like her style. Not Cassandra, I know nothing of her. That doesn't seem like the River Queen's style, but honestly, it wouldn't. That is the thing that seems to make the most sense.
Or it could be that that's a red herring.
Also
guess-
possible.
We'll find out.
I go
Sorry.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Sarah's mother, did she work with anybody ever? I mean, she was powerful, you said, and I would imagine that maybe she had cohorts. She had to learn from somebody, right? I mean, people don't really learn necromancy by themselves.
I don't know
Or-
much of her trial. I can ask my wife once she gets done with the cleanup. I have sent a runner to go let her know. We have the files. It's going to take a little while for me to dig them up.
Okay.
They're away. I agree. Yes, she most likely did have compatriots.
And did Sarah ever show any oddity besides her illness?
As far as what exactly? I mean, she would much rather swing an axe than have anything to do with the arcane. If I could add 20 pounds to that child and toss a dagger in her hand, she would be thrilled. But
Oh man, that's a long when I was a kid. But well, to that point, also, I'm assuming you didn't have direct contact with the birth mother when the adoption went through, but you wouldn't happen to know if she had any major enemies that would come around asking for her kid,
I
because they
Don't
might have hired the pirate to come get the
believe
kid.
so. Well, the Isles were in turmoil at the time when she was arrested.
Wow.
Things were not going as by the book as they had in the past, or they have since then. And a lot of the information we got at that time was haphazard.
Mm-hmm.
She was considered a threat to the crown more than someone trying to set up their own means and ends, if that makes any sense. She was not running a drug
She wasn't a threat to the
empire.
public.
Yes, she
necessarily.
wasn't running a drug empire or, selling magical wares.
She just got big enough that the crown would be like, "Oh, that's a bad idea to leave
That
alone."
they were uncomfortable with her. And during their confrontation, she apparently showed exactly why they should be uncomfortable with her.
Ah,
I'm, I guess, confused. What is the problem with necromancy?
In Surrett, nothing. In the Isles, they see differently. And again, it is not that necromancy itself is wrong, it is that it is heavily regulated. They want to know what
When
you're
you're
doing
raising
with other
money.
people's bodies and
what you're
things
doing,
of that
when you're
nature.
doing it, how you're doing it.
Precisely. It puts people on edge, and so they keep much firmer track of it.
What happens when people don't listen?
It depends
Yeah.
on the extent of how they do not listen. Smaller necromancy is something like a resurrection on a child, you may get a small fine and they may keep an eye on you, but you're probably not going to get dragged off. Death magics, on the other hand, and anything dealing with the soul or the psyche carry much heavier punishments.
Oh,
Death magics?
I've heard of magics that can kill at a word. Things that reanimate long dead corpses. Skeletal armies.
I see.
Commanding of wraiths and things of that nature.
Oh, those are not fun.
Mhm.
Feel I listen to Roll.
I think Najana's like, I don't really see how that's inherently problematic, like, or troublesome, because, like, just thinking about all the things that other people use, like, different schools of magic for, it's just like, okay. Sure. Thank you for explaining.
Yes, of course. I will escort you out. I have no doubt my wife is going to want to see me. Do you have... No, you probably wouldn't still be here if you did. He reaches back in his desk and he pulls out a little token. I'm not sure which of the warehouses were hit. Hands out a token, whoever wants to take it.
I'll take it.
It has a very stylized drawing of the Ice Road River and where it splits with a star basically symbolizing Turas, kind of a crest of the town.
Mm-hmm.
Take this to the Wainwright Menagerie. Tell them that, well, and he kind of...
They'll know.
I haven't actually asked anything of you now that I'm saying this out loud. Would you, and I can offer gold or favor as you see fit, kindly look into finding Sarah?
Child?
Yes, I actually have not verbalized a request. I've simply,
Oh.
like an old man, rambled to you.
It's
I
understandable.
thought I told you that
Kind of offered to do it
we were
already.
going to. Yeah.
We kind of
Oh,
offered
thank
to do
you.
it anyway. So we can talk about payment later. But let's go get your kid first.
Take that to the Wainwright Menagerie. They have means of quickly searching that they, with that token, should allow you to use.
Ooh.
I have a feeling that the city guard is going to be busy cleaning up, so having someone outside to do this would be beneficial.
I sort of just look over to, like, the people who have been here. Just like, I don't know where that is. Like, and
I
also,
can find it.
what time
Go
is it?
Like 3, maybe 3:30.
Okay.
Early to mid-afternoon. Please follow. And he kind of leads you back out the way you were headed.
Okay.
Back up to the rooftop. The Wainwrights, and he turns, looks down towards the docks. Oh, good. You all see one of the warehouses that are on fire. The warehouse next to it, however, appears untouched.
I guess we go to the one that's not on fire.
Yes. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And he gives you all a little bow and starts heading back towards the gates to where the guardhouse is.
Yeah, I just follow along.
Yeah.
Kind of
Alright.
looking around.
Dahl definitely heads to that place.
Yeah, then
Okay.
we're heading straight to the Wayward Menagerie. I believe what he just said it was.
Wainwright Menagerie.
Wainwright Menagerie.
Yeah.
The-
Doll, where were you?
Oh,
I'm assuming the fires brought you along.
yeah, the fire helped quite a bit. I was just talking to some people. Don't worry about it.
Hello.
Hi.
Insight check.
Y'all both
Because-
play enough D&D. You know it's roll.
Yeah, I'll roll.
You
I
don't
need
need me to
go.
tell you.
Yeah, I need to go check my stuff really quickly. Oh, doesn't make a difference. I have the same bonus to both. Which one are you guys going? That's a nat 20 plus 9, so 29.
Okay, fuck you.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, it was
Doll had to talk to somebody.
Dahl had to talk to somebody.
Listen, I do a matrix on a daily basis. I have to double check.
Yeah,
His
29.
ego's a little too high up his ass.
Who?
Who?
Who are you?
Wait, what?
No, I'm confused. Who's
Huh?
who?
Who? Wait, what? I'm sorry. I'm confused. Hi, I'm Dahl. I don't think we met.
You and I have.
Rosita.
No, hi.
I met you, Rosita.
Me.
Ivy.
I'm
yeah.
Ziku. Ziku Hari.
This is-
Nice to meet you.
Kuhari.
This is Najana's dragon puppy.
God.
Maya stepping in for number 3.
Ziku. It's nice to meet you. As I said, I'm Dahl. I am a paladin.
Ah, nice.
For the goddess of beauty.
Nice. Nope. Okay. Let's go find a missing child.
Okay, let's go.
Doll
guys
just
also
dropping
gonna
their
get-
whole life story. Like, I'm a
That's not a
paladin.
whole
This
life.
is what
I'm a paladin.
I'm joking. I'm a
like-
paladin.
I was just like,
It's a
yeah, I'm
very
a paladin.
paladin
Hi.
thing to do, to be fair.
I'm a
Very
paladin.
paladin.
I'm happy.
I'll take the happy. So yeah, I think we just started heading over there, and I think Ziku's been messing with her own like little bracelet that has like the symbol of the guild on it, like trying to think like, okay, where the fuck on this river could they have gone already? Actually,
Okay.
probably pulling out one of the maps that she probably procured or worked on
What?
to like map the river
Okay.
where they could have gone.
What you got, Theta?
Would a river spirit count as a celestial fiend or undead?
Sure.
Can I burn? I mean, it's only gonna last for right now, but can I burn a divine sense to see if it's within a 60-foot radius?
A river spirit?
Yeah,
Sure.
when we're near the river, essentially.
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, do you
Yeah.
want to wait till you are out of town? Or do you want to do it while you're still in town?
Dahl will wait until they're kind of at. Well, Dahl, I think, is going to try to get to a point that's like the most river they could get, which is probably just at the river. So, I guess
Okay.
out of town, if that's out of town.
Cool. You guys get to
Riverwater.
the Wainwright Menagerie. You hear people yelling back and forth. You hear the screeches of birds. You hear barking. You hear some weird sounds. It sounds wild in there. No pun intended. I'm mad at myself for that. You go up onto the roof. Knock on the trap door. Someone pops their head up. Yeah. What do you want? A little busy right now.
You have the token. Siku? The token.
I share the token.
Ah, shit. All right, come on.
Thank you. I come through.
So I'm guessing you're going after the river, bitch.
That is correct.
Yeah. He got a child and we're trying to get the child back.
That's weird. All right.
Yeah, normally he doesn't take children. Usually he just takes her shit and leaves.
Air or
no.
water?
Probably water if she's the river queen.
Probably.
Air is
Water.
faster, but you're more noticeable.
Ah,
Water, I mean, she's got weird shit.
Hmm.
Well,
Which
what would
one
you
is
recommend?
less?
yeah, actually, yeah, you're the expert here.
Yeah, or which is less likely to get people damaged? Dead.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hold on, let me see. Come on in.
Oh.
And he
Okay.
brings you down a spiraling staircase into this, frankly, massive multi-layer warehouse. You come down onto a wrought iron catwalk that's about 8 feet wide and goes all the way around. Above you, you hear just wings. And below you, you see crates. You see there are some dogs just running around. You see a couple of things with long tentacles coming off their backs running around. And if you look up, you see figures hanging upside down from the rafters, along with the heavy beating of wings.
What is Nefertiti's reaction?
Curiosity and almost the puppy play bow, like, where we going?
I let her go play. Go play,
love
baby.
And she bunk bunk and dives immediately down and starts like running around. I will say, just because your passive insight is something stupid, there's definitely a handful of people. Like, you can see the little dollar signs just flashing through their eyes as they track Nefertiti through here.
Oh my god.
Nobody's making a move towards her, but
No.
they're all like,
if
I
we could
kinda look
contract that.
I look at them like I fucking see you, and I wish you would try.
no, and they just track. Nobody moves, but they are definitely watching the small gold
I cast a
wormling run
5th
around.
level sleep on everybody in this fucking warehouse.
Please don't put us to
Fair never
sleep.
plays. Doesn't matter which character she's playing. Fair never plays.
Nope.
As you are kind of making your way and following this, frankly, just annoyed warehouse worker around. No reason why, except for maybe it's loud and he's tired. You see a handful of crates that have some sort of like almost probably 6-7 foot tall scythe handed insectile creature in them. Further down as you're walking, you see a couple crates with something that looks like a flea, but like the size of a flea if you wanted to ride one. Like, there's just some strange things in here. And you make it to the far end of the warehouse and back up another flight of stairs. And takes a small whistle out and two birds. About 15 feet from wingtip to wingtip. Massive eagles come and land on the railings. If you want to search the river, these are probably your best bet. If you go to what's her face? Friendly like, she won't shoot you out the sky. That's probably your best bet. If you start dive bombing her though, it'd be a problem. And these things are good, but I don't know if they're multiple ballista dodging good.
Gotcha.
Though that's your call. I'm
always try
gonna
to
get
negotiate
paid
with
either
her.
way. One more time.
Oh, well, we could just try to negotiate with her first, just to get on the boat without dying. That was
It's up to you. Have any of you rode these things before?
Oh no,
Nope.
I tend to keep to the land and water.
Not to my recollection, which is none.
All right, well, any of you good with beasts then?
Oh,
I maybe. I
Love
mean,
puppies.
I like point out to my gold dragon.
If I can talk to them, yes. If not, no, not particularly.
What you mean talk to? They're right there. You could talk to them. I don't know how
Like
well
if-
they're going to listen.
Oh, if they speak the same language. more
Oh,
or
I don't
less.
think these speak. They're just birds. They're just real big.
Some birds speak, but I'm going to guess these ones don't.
Well, let's just try and see what happens.
I would recommend y'all a big one and no offense, a little one on each bird. Keep the balance.
Okay. So, I mean, I can go that way. I'll definitely goes towards one. Is like, I'm definitely one of the not smaller humans.
Yeah,
And not a human.
not either.
Hello, buddy.
Which means, yeah. Do you need us to do like animal handling or something?
Yes, you will be doing an animal handling. You see this person lean over. Hey, I gotta let the birds out. Someone else comes running upstairs.
Absolutely cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Part of me's like, I am so wishing that I could use charisma on a bird, because then I'd do friends. But instead, I am going to burn a spell slot and cast enhance ability, so I can give myself Al's wisdom to give advantage on a wisdom check.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, do I? I don't have that.
Oh.
I
This
got
dice-
21.
21.
That's a 12.
12. Okay.
I tug on Najana's chainmail. Can I ride with you?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, birdie.
It kind of like fluffs up, snaps a little bit at you. And this thing is probably maybe double your height. It's just big. It's fluffy.
Does it fluff up before or after I'm on it?
It's the one that you and Najana are on, Rosita, seems fine. It doesn't fluff up, kind of does a little wiggle. The other one seems to be sassing Ziku and Doll a little bit. It does not try to
handling?
escape, but no, you're good.
Got it.
Or I mean, you
Okay.
can see if you have any better luck than Doll.
I will cast guidance on Ziku.
It's a D4, correct?
Yeah.
$17? Total with the guidance?
Between the two of you, yeah, you managed to kind of scramble your way up there. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You
Okay.
see that one
Yay.
on just a piece of wall. The person standing next to them, you hear casting a spell. As the wall pushes open, the water pushes back with it, and you guys can make a quick run out from this underwater launching bay, basically.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's do this.
Couple
Yeah.
seconds, and
Ooh.
you are up in the air. Everybody make perception check, because Najana's not
Wonderful.
Hey,
here. Get
I
her
did
87.
perception.
Ooh, perception is wisdom, and I still have that wisdom go.
Yes, you do.
I will guide myself.
I got
23.
Okay.
22. total.
Nice.
26 total.
Nice. It does not take long at all for all of you to see, for as little time has passed, probably a little too far going against the river to the north. A boat very similar to the one that was just near the city.
Over there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
We should probably
I'll
remember.
definitely
We should probably go
swerve the
slow.
bird.
Go slow. We don't want her to like shoot us out of the
Okay,
sky with
I'll go
ballistas.
slow. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, that was weird.
You guys start heading that way. Are you making yourself known? Are you, I mean, you are two massive birds
Yeah, I don't know how well stealth check's gonna go.
coming out of the sky, but are you announcing yourself in any way? Are you, waving a white flag saying you just want to talk, or are you just two massive eagles with armored people on the back
Yeah,
dropping out of the sky?
Doll, I think, will definitely call ahead, like, hi, we're coming down to talk.
we would like to come down to talk. We're not here to murder anybody. You have a child, apparently.
Are you trying to be nice to someone who just hurt a bunch of people?
We're trying
Would
not
you
to get
rather they
shot
shoot us
at.
out of the sky? Immediately?
What makes you think being nice is going to stop them from doing that, though?
We don't know, might as well try. Being mean certainly won't help.
Okay.
Plus, if they're pirates, if they want something specific that we can get in exchange for the child, we might actually have a shot. Or we could go down there and fight a whole pirate ship. Up to you.
But why would somebody want to give back something they've taken?
If you have the right price, I'm sure. The question is, what's the thing that they would want?
Okay. I thought they would have maybe wanted to figure that out before leaving.
We don't know until we talk to them. So let's go. But yeah, Doll would definitely call, like, we're just coming to talk. We don't want to attack or anything. It was either this or boats, and these are cooler.
Faster.
Cooler.
Cool. Yeah, they are
They're
cooler.
cooler.
Okay, so that's one eagle. Eagle 2, are y'all making a different approach? Are y'all staying airborne?
We could
Or
always do
y'all-
distraction and we talk to them, you come in from behind.
I think haven't they already spotted both of us?
I mean, you're not sure. They haven't
Done anything.
done anything. You do definitely see movement on the ship,
Okay.
but there is, from where you are, from what you can tell, nothing aggressive happening. It's
Looks
not
just-
suddenly bolts flying at you.
I'll cast guidance on the bird in case it does need to stealth.
Okay.
And keep our distance. I'll kind of suggest maybe we should separate. so
Yeah.
that-
Okay.
We do
We can go
distract.
forward.
Yeah, we go forward. You're in the back, just in case anything goes wrong. If nothing else, you can try to get her while we distract them.
We need to know where she is first.
My mother always said that I was incredibly distracting as a person. Actually, she didn't, but still.
I don't know if a distraction and us going to get her would work because we don't know where she is right now. So eventually,
True.
unless we were to be
Well, then I guess that
really
means do
stealthy.
we want to? Yeah. So does that mean do we want to stick together in stealth? Do we want to stick together and try to talk to them? That's sort of the question. I think
we
at this
don't know
point.
if it would be the best thing to go to the boat itself, I would think.
Yeah.
I say if you guys don't want to go there directly, stay behind, stealth as much as you can, and we'll go forward and we can give you some sort of signal if things go bad. And if things go good, I guess we give a different signal. Or we just shout really loudly.
feel like we'll know if things go bad. I think it
point.
might be obvious if things go bad.
That's a good point. I can shout then and just say things are good.
Yeah. What do you think, Rosita?
Yeah, if we need to be sneaky, I can be kind of sneaky, but I first need to get on the boat.
I cannot be sneaky. I'm not that sneaky.
I'm not sneaky either.
Oh.
I make a lot of noise.
Which is probably, yeah, okay.
I'm
So-
particularly good at making people pay attention to me, though, so that helps.
So to make
Okay,
sure I understood
so no
the
sneaky.
plan so far is Dal and I split, try to talk to them first and see what happens, or are we all going together? That's the part that's confusing me now.
I
Or
think
are we going in guns blazing? Because we could do that too.
I
Granted,
don't think we should go in
that's
guns
testy.
blazing.
Let's just go in
I feel-
together and try to talk.
Okay,
Okay,
let's go.
I'm down with that. Let's go.
All right. So you guys start flying towards the ship. There's as you get closer, and all y'all rolled ridiculous for your perception. There's definitely some ballista being trained on you. They're not firing. They are definitely tracking.
Mhm.
Is there a white flag situation we could do? Like, what would be the signal? Be like, we just want to talk. We're pirates.
I think as we get closer, Dal would just shout what they shouted before, which is like, "Hi, we're not here to fight. We literally just want to talk. There's no weapons being held up in hands currently."
All right. Where are you guys trying to land? I mean, are you trying to like put it down on a sail? Shimmy down the mast? Are you just dropping these
Can
big
we
eagles
land on the deck?
on the deck? You could, yeah.
Jana, I
think-
think we should stay in the air until we see the reaction. I feel like it'll be dangerous if we're too close.
Okay. All
can
of us or
hover.
just the two of us?
Oh, I thought they already out of character.
No,
I thought they were
we're
already
definitely
landing.
going.
Yeah.
I
We're
got the
going.
impression that Liz or storyteller was describing all of us dropping down.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I figure you're all getting closer. You don't all have to
Yeah.
land.
Okay.
No.
So
we
we'll
can
just stay in
hover
the
for
air
a
then.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I
hover.
think Dal will try to guide the bird to do the least amount of damage and be the least intimidating that a giant fucking bird can be while landing on a boat.
Okay.
Did you mention already with those perception checks, like something that Rosita's going to be looking for is any entrances, exits, holes, any basically access points that she could fit in and or Sarah could fit in, since they seem to be roughly the same size.
Okay. Yeah, because you rolled really well. Along the sides, this is a large ship. So there are 6 ports for cannonade on the side that you are coming up on. You'd assume the same on the other side.
Mhm.
There looks like there's 2 sets of stairs going down into the ship itself. On the back, you're not sure. There are windows on the back, but you don't see any kind of place to stand. So you like could open a window if you could hold on to it in theory. You would catch that as you were approaching.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, you guys land in the middle of the deck. They do turn the ballista on you as you land,
That's fine.
and a woman with a lot of presence. Not a very tall woman, maybe 5'3", long black hair, pulled back, big hat, big feather, just casually walks over. What can I help you with?
We were wondering if you had yeah. We were wondering if you had seen a young girl by the name of Sarah, perchance.
Governor's kid.
Yes, we had heard something about her being captured upon the river.
In the chaos, apparently.
Yeah.
I better not have a fucking kid on my ship.
Because her father is looking for her back, and I imagine he would be willing to pay quite a bit if you knew where she was or could provide any help.
I don't know nothing. My crew knows leave the kids alone. That just causes too much problems. People start knocking on the doors, sending giant birds after you. It's messy business.
Someone who
I
has good
want-
insight check.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to, before we do that, I want to use force of personality to give myself advantage on charisma checks, and then give non-hostile creatures disadvantage on deception checks, basically using up a channel divinity. So
Okay.
if she's decepting, disadvantage basically against me. And then I'll try to insight.
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, I can also insight, so I would like to try that.
Oh, I rolled bad.
Yeah, you're both standing there listening to her. You more than welcome to.
That's
see.
a 7. No, that's a 13.
17 to 12 plus 5.
She
Irene?
seems truthful. She definitely seems annoyed by the idea of a child being on her
Being
ship.
on the ship. Uh-huh.
Like,
so basically, it seems like if the child was taken, she was not the one herself who took her or had any inkling of the idea of that it was happening. It might have been some of her crew working underneath her.
could be.
Okay.
Pardon me
she
for
doesn't
not
know.
Pardon us for not introducing ourselves, by the way. I'm Doll.
Tiku.
Nice to meet you. Ophelia.
Ophelia.
You could tell your friends to land if they'd like. Bird's probably getting tired.
You can calm down. They're not gonna shoot us.
Steer
do you know
or
of
suggest
anybody
that we move that way.
Do you know of anybody who could have possibly taken her, or seen anything like of anybody in the river?
Was anyone trying to upstage your attack?
No, most of the crew has been paid well. There's a reason they join.
That's fair. I hear you make
Not
a
of your
lot of
crew,
buck.
but not of your crew, but perhaps somebody else upon the river that you know of, heard of, any rumors, any stories.
I think everyone assumes any river pirate runs under you. I have a feeling that's not entirely the case.
Oh, it
Granted.
is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure. I'm not usually on the river. I'm all the way down in Ishmador most of the time.
Does the two-finger whistle, and you see probably about 600 yards ahead of you another ship literally pop into existence. It seems it may have been invisible. And then about a quarter mile away, you can just barely see it. You see a flare go up, kind of as acknowledgement. They're all mine.
Could there be anybody, despite the wonderful pay, who just wants power or would try to subvert you like that? People can be greedy. You know how it goes.
Oh, people can be greedy. I am. Let me see.
Any second in command?
Is anyone trying to mutiny you and trying to make you look worse than you are? I guess you're still pretty badass, but like that's a whole different level of things.
Eagle 2, are y'all landing or are y'all staying where you are?
We're landing.
Okay. Eagle 2 has landed.
And I was going to use magic awareness to sense if there was any magic within 60 feet of me, but you did that for me, so thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And if you did still want to pop it, you might get more, but
yeah, my intention was going to do that anyway. I was mainly focused on her and anything like on the deck of the boat that's not behind total cover. But definitely upon seeing that, I would want to expand my awareness.
Okay.
It's only until the end of my next turn.
All right,
And
she
if
kind
it
of
is a spell, I know basically what I did to figure out that this pelican was kind of
Weird.
fucky. Yeah. So if
Um,
there's a school of magic, I would know that too.
seeing that that ship pop up from out of invisibility, I'm gonna cast see invisibility so I can see if there's any other ships.
okay. You do not see any other ships. You see about a half dozen more people on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Who?
Okay.
All right, Najana.
13.
13. There's at least a half dozen people on this deck that nobody else can see.
Okay, noted. I won't like say anything out loud, but I'll, just clock.
Okay.
Actually, as we're sort of descending, I'll like sort of, since Rosita's so small, I'll like kind of like mom bar arm her and then like whisper in her ear like, there's more people on this ship that we could see. There's a lot of invisible people.
Oh, that's what that is. I could tell that there was something hiding, some kind of like illusion. There,
Mm-hmm.
there, and there.
Yep, and yep.
And it is interesting because especially for the two of you, as you see the smaller woman walking through, they all kind of like get out of the way. And you see them tracking Dal and Ziku. You don't see swords on hands or anything like that, but they're definitely kind of staying nearby.
So I was away when we were going. Could we say like I cast greater invisibility on Nefertiri?
Sure.
Great.
When you left or as you were approaching?
Probably as well. How long does it last? Probably
10
as
minutes?
we were approaching, it lasts 1 minute.
Oh,
So probably like as we were approaching, I would have cast that on her just in case.
okay.
Not the only people who could do invisibility.
All right. You guys land. She does a small head nod over to the two of you. Ophelia,
Najana.
Captain, and you.
Rosita?
Lovely to meet you. Would you like to come and talk?
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Please follow. And you see her kind of look. Take care of the birds. They're probably Wainwright's the dick.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Useless man.
Every time
What's he done?
anytime anybody cusses, Rosita has like a little giggle.
Oh my god.
What's he done?
Perfect. He's not the best caretaker for those creatures in his care. We sadly hit the wrong damn warehouse. Decent store of grain, however, not what I was looking for. Follow.
What were you looking
We're
for?
following.
The birds.
Gold, money. Take some of the birds. They are very nice.
Hmm.
Those sadly are yours, fair and square. And she leads you below. Through, you see people working. It is a functional, active ship.
Any signs of like, no, there's not footprints on wood, but anything like muffin
Signs of
wrapper or
struggle?
whatever it was that no, I hope that they wouldn't do anything with that a child would need to struggle against, but like, you know how she offered me a croissant or something, or something like if there was like a wrapper to it, like any signs of like a breadcrumb trail, so to speak, not literally breadcrumbs, maybe literally breadcrumbs that might give any indication that she was on or in this area.
Make me an investigation check.
Guidance. $25.
25. You don't see any weird wrappers. You don't pick up a proverbial breadcrumb trail. However, as you are walking down, Ophelia is like, look, so kind of like, yeah, I'm sorry you came all this way. There's no kids on board. It's bad for business. Like doing the speech as she's leading you to her office. You're not sure. Leading you further into the ship.
Is there a sign on the door that says you must be this old to ride this boat?
There are a couple of
enter this place.
There are a couple of people who you with a 25 kind of notice like look a little shifty. And it's nothing big, but there's definitely the and they go back to drinking. Seeing the captain walk past with people. With obviously armored people.
Mm-hmm.
But they are also pirates, so
yeah.
Take that for what you will.
If you don't mind me asking, then, to be honest, we came here because the people in the town, the governor thinks that you took his child, but you've never taken people before, and clearly you're not particularly fond of children, so why would they think you would take children?
Fuck if I know. Here, sit, come.
They assume things.
Whiskey.
Please.
Okay. Whiskey, Captain?
I look around and then realize she's talking to me. Like, first of all, Liz, fuck you, because you know exactly how to get me, and I don't appreciate it. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Of course. You don't seem like the whiskey type, Rosita, but you're welcome to have some if you'd like. I've also got
any
tea.
Juice?
No, do we have any juice left? I'm not sure. I'll check. Doll.
Oh, yeah, why not?
I do have a chocolate tea, though, if you'd like. Rosita.
Like a hot chocolate?
Kinda. We got it on an excursion a little while back.
They taste nothing like hot chocolate, if you're wondering.
Oh. Thank you for your hospitality, but no thanks.
Of course. Goes whiskey.
That practice line that you could tell a mother forced Rosita to learn.
So, somebody took the governor's kid.
Yes. And he's quite worried because apparently they had previously received a letter from her mother.
You wouldn't happen to know about a lady named Cassandra, would you?
A necromancer put away
Twin Isles? Don't know if that rings a bell.
I mean, there's pirates in the Twin Isles, but I imagine river pirates are quite a bit different than Isles pirates.
A scotch. Cause last time we were down at the mouth, there was some crazy broad looking to hire a couple people. I told my crew to stay the hell away from her. We don't need that. Now, whether or not they listened is an entirely different issue, as they're allowed to pick up other work. However, there are a few rules, and if somebody broke those rules, they should be dealt with expeditiously.
Time out.
Yep, that is certainly, they will have plenty of time for themselves, yes.
Are there any members of your crew who would toe that line?
Give me a second. She gets back up, goes to the door. Send in Sinclair. we just picked up a handful of newbies last time we were up by the mountains. We got another Sinclair on the damn boat. They're good kids. They're good kids, but troublemakers. But that usually means that they're able to hear things that I'm not. Rosita. I would say Rosita and Dahl, go ahead and make history checks real quick.
And I would say, Captain, it just seems a little too coincidental that she went missing during your attack. And I'm not blaming you necessarily, but if you have, new people on the ship, maybe they haven't really gotten the lay of the land, so to speak.
Did I get your memo?
20.
You grew up near Palduna. The last name, Sinclair, is the name of a noble house. A kind of weird noble house is they kick all their children out for 2 years. And the kids have to basically, they're given $100 and told, go make something of yourself for a little while. Get the fuck out.
So they're nobles with Rumspringa.
So to hear a Sinclair is on a pirate boat, you're like, absolutely not. But in walks a boy, looks to be, and boy, absolutely, he might be 17. Lanky, absolutely not grown into his arms and legs yet. With long braids and a kind of just tatty rag tied around his head. Captain, how can I help? Yeah, you're new, right? Yes, Captain. They're talking that some little kid got snatched on our last run. Talk, Sinclair. I didn't do anything. I know you didn't do anything, Sinclair. You are smarter than that. Talk. So, a couple of the dwarf, the one with the blue, the right? I don't remember his name. He talked to that crazy lady down when we were by the mouth. Ah, I see. That's all I need to know. Get out of here. I'll move you to another boat so nobody gets any ideas. Thanks, Cap. He kind of takes off back out the room.
You're really good at this.
I don't get it. He didn't say anything, but you said you got it from whatever he said.
So,
text.
We have 2 dwarven gentlemen from Polduna. Their clan is well suited to the glacier, and as such, they have a very tight beard, unlike so many dwarves, and their hair is much more like, say, a water elemental, in that it is just that strange steam that comes off of snow. So the dwarven gentleman with the talking to the crazy lady definitely gives me a place to start, because I will be, and the governor's a decent enough person who sold their soul to a crown.
Yeah.
That's why I have no problem killing the guards.
When you, out of character, when you say that, when you do this motion, and are you talking about like
The hair.
hairstyle,
so
crystals?
these dwarves literally, some of them literally have like ice crystals growing out of their head.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And some of them have a almost mist, like that cold mist that comes off of ice. And he's kind of was describing that.
And that's familiar to me, yeah?
Yes. You would definitely have seen these type of folk before.
Like the guy Nancy fought back in Ishmael during the festival.
Yes.
Same type. I don't know why.
Yes. Basically the inverse of
reference.
Duragar.
Sorry.
Isogon. Just kidding.
Kinda. He's a decent shot too. And he probably roped one of my damn druids into this. Idiots. All right. Captain, do you want to take them back with you, or will you leave them with me?
Oh, interesting. Why don't we collaborate?
Very well.
Caring is caring.
True enough. And she walks back. You done with your whiskey? Did you want anything else to drink? Good.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, thank you though.
Thank
Wonderful. She walks back out, completely ignores, and as you're all walking out, because I think everybody has stupid perception. Excuse me. You do see a small, I'm going to call them Isogar now because it's just what they are. An Isogar man, a very thin woman whose limbs look just a little too long, and a halfling, all kind of sitting heads together talking at a table.
Are these the same ones that were looking shifty before?
Not that you would know, but yes.
Okay.
Rosita, you would pick up now that you kind of hearing the description. Like, oh, okay.
I'll nudge Najana and kind of. I would have done it discreetly whenever they were like turned back towards each other and whispering amongst themselves and not looking at us. I wouldn't have said anything, but kind of nudged and done one of those, you know.
Over there. Just kidding.
Don't turn
Don't
around.
look.
Yeah.
Doll doesn't. Doll will just join along.
Yeah, she leads you all back upstairs, kind of, I'm so sorry I couldn't help you find this child. Like, very over dramatic. And she takes out a small whistle from her pocket and blows 2 quick whistles and then one really, really long, high-pitched one. And you see the ship that was ahead of you turn around and start coming back. And the ship that was further away starts heading towards you. And she does, if anybody is curious, she does go over and like take a look over at the birds and just, this is disgraceful. You're too thin, and like is basically just cursing the care that was taken of these birds.
Is Nefertari just with the birds? Just hanging out?
Yeah, chilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd imagine.
Oh no,
Go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, Doll, I think will probably turn to my brain is never gonna remember how to say names, and this is a problem. It's gonna turn to Nijana and go, do you think that your bird could likely carry another? Just one. Small.
Oh.
2 large people, 1 bird. That's exactly how that works, right?
I have no idea. I guess we'll find out.
Because I can swim back.
I could also, I could. How far out were they? How long did it take us to get here?
It took about 10 minutes flying to get here, but you are out kind of not in the middle because this is a massive river. It's basically an inland sea. But you're a good probably mile from shore.
Okay. Would Nefertari be big enough to carry one of the smaller of us?
Because Doll's head, the idea is like just leave one of the birds behind as a like, thanks for helping out, and then just lie to the Wainwright.
That's a thing you could do.
Because Doll can, yeah, that's a true. But also Doll can swim, so it's Because aquatic
I
elf.
would say it could carry one, because 2 of y'all are small, so how well Nefertiri will be feeling when she gets to shore.
Different question.
Yeah.
She might take a level of exhaustion because it's a bit of a flight carrying someone when she has not done that before.
We can grab a boat, maybe, like a power
Grab a
boat.
boat?
Well, we also need to
Basketball
figure out
power?
like if we're gonna take this
Child.
That's true.
Well, we
Oh,
find
that's
her.
true.
person or
We have to take
Oh,
her
I'm
back.
not sure we could
so-
fit. Like, if we can't do a grown adult and 2 small people, then like we can't do like 2 small creatures and a medium-sized creature. Then we can't do like a.
What about like
Another
in her
child.
claws? Could she do in her little claws and like just?
Are you guys discussing this in front of Ophelia?
Oh, I thought this was out of character.
Okay,
I'm just
I'm
trying to
just
figure this out of character.
That's
yeah,
fine. I'm
okay.
just asking.
No, I don't think Doll would be
I kinda
really
want her
discussing
input, but
this,
no.
but Doll, I think, is mostly just trying to figure out, like, can we... I mean, I think Doll probably would have asked it out loud, like, do you think we can fit, like, somebody the size of, Ziku or Rosita or
I'm like 3
Sarah
feet.
on, like, an extra one on one of the birds? Because,
I mean, I think we'll have to make it work.
okay. Worst case, we ask for a boat.
Yeah.
Just put one person on board and have somebody boat back.
You can, just so you know. They're in a little weak and they're a little out of shape, but you can fit 2 solidly medium-sized, average-sized folks on here. I have fit 2 Dragonborn on one, but that was mine personally, and it was very well taken care of.
Ah. All right. Well, thank you. That's
So-
very helpful to know. How many birds do you have?
Currently, what do we have? The ship is coming over. I can show you if you'd like.
I would love.
Birds. Also, may I take a look at some of your navigational stuff? If it's not secret, we're gonna fuck with your shit. I just like looking at maps. The other people are drawing.
The salty DM roll.
She notices your guild badge. That makes sense. I can show you my map of the river.
I'll take it.
And you know, she
okay.
waves
Oh,
somebody
go ahead.
over. Get me the purple one. What you got, Juice?
Oh, why? Oh no, did I just mess things up? Sorry,
No,
I accidentally
don't
clicked
think-
something.
I think we're good.
Okay.
We are stable. We did not move.
While these conversations are happening, I would like to have attempted to stealth and scope out just by chance to make sure that there's nothing that like there's no child on this boat. And I assume that the Sinclair that we saw didn't have anything of value on them. But since these are pirates, I'd like to see if we can come across anything dope.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Uh, 29.
Nice.
Uh,
Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Actually, 2 investigation checks. 1 for children, 1 for fun and interesting items.
15 for child. Ooh, 11 for fun and interesting items. Those dope rolls are gonna run out at some point.
You search around for probably 10-15 minutes. There are a couple close calls, even with as high as you rolled, just because there seems to be a surprising number of people on this ship. You manage, I'd say, to scoop up probably like 15, 20 gold. Piece here. Somebody left a coin purse there. But you don't see any signs that there was
Oh,
That was
a
me.
child here. Nope, you're good this time. You don't see any signs that there was a child here.
Okay.
how long has it been since we've been on this boat?
Maybe about an hour.
Okay, Nefertiti's absolutely not invisible.
No,
Yeah.
no.
My
She
wisdom and
is
charisma more or less for
just-
now.
running around.
Nobody says anything about it.
There are a couple people playing with her.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, there's a couple people playing with her. There's somebody, it looks like, drawing like a sketch, like very naturalist kind of drawing a sketch.
Okay.
That's about it.
My next question is she cleaning up? Is she getting that money?
They have been giving her little, gold coins.
Perfect. Puts it in her little backpack.
Yep. Eventually, the other two ships do make it close. She whistles again. A massive bat flies over,
Oh.
and you see a young androgynous person kind of almost do a backflip from this thing as it just grasps the mast and hangs upside down.
This is so
Captain,
funny. I was gonna say earlier, I was like, does our any of our passive perception notice if Ophelia has any fangs?
I mean, do have a 23 perception. Does she have fangs?
she does not have fangs.
Okay.
She
I am
does
a
not have
computer.
fangs.
Okay.
Captain, what can I help with? I need you to take Sinclair. No questions. Just take. All right. Come on, kid. You're on stable duty. Oh man.
Ouch. That's a rough reward.
She tells you what to do on her ship. Go. And like very much pouting, he goes and
I'm
goes.
about to get shit under my manicured fingers.
Yeah, most of his clothes are still clean as compared
He's-
to the ratty headband. So he might have only
he's
been here for
100%.
like 2 weeks.
He's just cosplaying as a pirate. This is a Halloween costume.
We'll break him in eventually. And you see him go and stand kind of on the railing.
He
and
is the
he's-
River Queen, okay?
He's just standing on the railing and he is moving with the ship because he doesn't fall off into the water. And this woman or this person whistles, the bat drops, she leaps onto its back, flies by, and snatches Sinclair from the side of the ship and flies him over to the other one.
That's rather impressive.
Me next.
Yeah. Yeah, is this a ride?
Right. I do
well,
the uppy arms.
Uppies.
Yeah.
Uppies.
Should we just be pirates now?
I feel like
Just
this is
hang
where
out.
this is going. I feel like this is where this is going.
Honestly, these pirates are cooler than the townspeople.
We do have to get Sarah back home. Okay.
We should.
We can do that
When you-
first.
And
Also,
when
I'm
you've
supposed
been
to have
doing-
a lost princess, but
And Ziku's
I also
friend
am
is-
looking for somebody.
yeah.
When you've been doing this as long as I have, you have time to make it cool. All right. Well, that is the first issue. He is not going to have his throat slit in his sleep for being a snitch, which is good. I like the kid. He's smart. Next order of business. And she snaps, "All hands on deck," as her voice just blasts out of her. Takes a couple minutes. Everybody lines up, and you see it happening on all 3 ships. Everybody is lining up. It seems some people have forgotten a few cardinal rules about being on my boat. Now, I know this is all fun and games. However, there are certain things we do not do. First and foremost, don't lead adventurers here. Kind of pointing at you guys.
Sorry.
Yay.
Secondly, don't kill anyone unless they try to kill you first. Third, do not bring children into this. It leads to unnecessary attention. See Rule 1.
I like her. That's out of character.
Now, has everyone been following these rules? And you see people on every ship start kind of shuffling in place. That's what I thought. So, we have a problem. It seems a child has gone missing. And who do you think they're looking at? Stefan, Elise, Chantel, come forward. All of you, because again, passive perception, their eyes get wide and all of them are like looking left, looking right. Like this is the oh no face.
Oh no, I got caught.
Like in game, we're only hearing their first names, but in the actual like story world, we heard first, middle, last name.
Full name.
Yeah, full government.
Son of, daughter of, like who their parents were.
Like she calling them
Right.
out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the honor of your pirate nickname on this in this moment.
Yeah,
No,
she said, "Get
you-
your motherfucking ass over here right now!" For
She is going full Katara right now, as I like to call it. Katara would. Katara does.
I will give you all one chance at a quick death. Talk. And it is 10:30. So I think we're going to go ahead and take a break because that's usually where we do. Something weird has gone on with my mouse, so I can't actually do anything on my computer like look up names. So thank you for coming by and hanging out. We'll be back in like 10-ish, 15 minutes. Something like that. Usually someone gets up, goes to the bathroom, gets snacks. You should do the same. Go have some water, imbibe some caffeine, and take care of yourself. Take care of your pets. Try not to freeze.
Ours.
If you are in a place that's getting a ton of snow right now, stay safe. And we'll be back in 10-15 minutes. Hi, gang, and we're back. Y'all were on a boat in the middle of a river, and the captain had just called 3 people out for possible kidnapping. None of them look happy about being noticed. So, Ophelia's standing there, these 3 people, Stefan, the small dwarven man, kind of leading the other 2. What's wrong, Captain? What did we do? You're not stupid. Why don't you tell me? We didn't do anything, Cap. We helped with the raid like you told us to. I see. Bless you. Well,
This is where we hide.
are you sure that is your final answer, Stefan? Yeah, Captain, we didn't do anything. Okay. Very well, then. Step aside. She kind of moves him over to the other side. Reese? Chantel? Anything? And they are just staring kind of wide-eyed and shaking. I see. Nothing. From either of you. Yeah. We just went on the raid, Cap. We don't know nothing about no kids. Who said anything about a kid? One of them, the halfling, turns and bolts towards the deck. That's sufficient. Ophelia whips a dagger from her side and backhands it, and it doesn't land square between the shoulder blades. But this halfling just face down on the ground. Anybody else have anything to say? Well, since I have a feeling, judging from your wonderful demeanors, that the 2 of you have something to do with our new guests, I'll let them talk to you for a few moments.
Hi.
Captain? The rest of you? Okay.
Yeah. I'll just cut to the chase. Where's the girl?
I don't know what you're talking about, lady.
You clearly do. Your friend kind of gave you away.
Well, I mean, look at her. She's crazy. She's just killing us.
Wouldn't it be better to just talk? We can make sure you're not hurt quickly, at least.
I feel like quick would be easier.
Oh, well,
what I
quickly.
would
We
do,
can make sure
which
you're
will be
hooked quickly,
slow
not slowly.
and drawn out.
Oh, fuck this. Can I cast Zone of Truth?
Sure.
I'll just stamp down on the ground and cast Zone of Truth.
And that
does
is...
it want to use-
Just throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm trying
Tell
to
me
figure
the
out.
truth right now.
Doll is like, it's fine. We just don't like. Do we want to waste the time? No. I'm trying to decide what spell slot to put it in right now.
Does it change the DC if it's a higher spell slot?
No, it's same DC either way. I'll just toss in.
I think it depends on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, it's just what spell slot do I want to toss it into? This, basically the DC's 19.
So
and sorry. Oh,
that one.
And it's a 15-foot radius, so everybody in it would have to basically roll against it. Sorry.
There's probably.
I'm not
she
gonna bother.
She would have pulled them aside if the whole crew is moving forward. Let me see what she gets.
Mm-hmm.
She's fine. If the whole crew is moving forward, you can all make them or choose to fail them. That's up to you.
I'll just go for the sake of it.
Oh, what is it?
Okay,
A
I'm fine.
wisdom save?
It's a charisma save.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I
crit.
Oh no, she's
You're fine.
She's fine.
You're fine.
I mean, I fail anyway. Though to be fair, Ziku's not really planning on saying anything that she just wants to hide. So
Yeah, no, I may want to lie, so that's why I rolled against my own. I'm fine.
I just rolled because I wanted to have fun.
I rolled a 15.
It is D&D. Sometimes you must roll the dice.
yeah, I mean,
sometimes
listen.
You roll
Wanna.
this roll.
You just want.
All right. Yeah, they both fail.
Cool, wonderful. Where did you send the girl?
I didn't send her anywhere.
What did you do to the girl? Who took the girl? How did you help the person find the girl? We got 10 minutes.
The crazy lady down at the mouth.
What's her
knew
name?
where she called herself
Cass?
Sure, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She just said Cass.
Cass, okay. Why did you help her? What did she offer you?
And the woman, my sister died. She offered to bring her back.
My apologies. Where did you take the girl?
Out of the house. Lady popped in, grabbed her, and left.
Oh. So you helped her get in?
No, she just met us at the top of the house.
Your job was to break in, grab the girl, hold her till Cassandra could get there. Then she popped out with her.
She's some figure wiggling wizard. She can just... But the house is warded, like most of the freaking houses in that town.
Where were you supposed to meet her to pick up your sister? Because you said she was going to bring your sister back to life. So I imagine you have to find a place. There would be a place to meet your sister.
My sister was buried a couple miles. There's a small village outside of Turas.
Were you planning on meeting her there? Did you make any plans for after you grabbed the girl and left?
She said give it a week and my sister would be back home.
Okay.
I know it's a slim chance.
Where's your home?
Well, about 2 miles outside of Turas.
Oh, okay. So we can expect her to...
Yeah, hopefully she makes good on her word, at least for this.
She might do the resurrection from further away, though. Some people can do that, which is annoying. Any questions?
I think my problem here is that you chose to upend a child's life for your dead sister.
Look, we gave the kid back to its mom. I don't understand how that's a problem.
The child's mother is currently in Turas. See, here's the thing. Biology doesn't make you somebody's parent. It's who raised you and who nurtured you. And so you took this child away from their mother. to give it back to the person who gave birth to her. Two different
Right.
things.
Well,
Her
all
mother.
this is happening, Zeke, when the part where it comes to the given to his birth mother, Zeke is ripping her staff like, I'm about ready to fight somebody. You don't play with that shit.
To me or to
To them.
this pirate?
To them.
Okay. So maybe rethink your definition of parents before you go and steal children away from theirs.
We talked. So are you gonna kill us quickly, or
I say we leave it to the captain.
Yeah, I should have kept their. Yeah. I believe they're all yours.
I let
imagine.
Nefertiri bite one of them. Just a little bite. Just a little nip. Maybe a little breath weapon. No, I'm kidding, I don't.
it's up to you?
Unless she wanted to. I won't tell her what to do.
You
No,
do see
Tom
a little
has-
bit of smoke start coming out the nostrils, though.
Mm.
You hear in Draconic, the captain looks down. Please, ma'am, fire on a ship is always a bad idea.
You can just... She's saying that to me or to the dragon?
No, to Nefertiri.
Oh, okay.
He's aware.
She's right. Maybe next time.
I understand the sentiment. However, well, if you are leaving it up to my judgment, then
They broke your rules.
Your crew.
wonderful.
I have no
Yeah,
wish
we need
for
it from 'em.
vengeance.
Same little whistle. This time the tone has changed. It is a very deep whistle. Almost a foghorn sound. And you start seeing tentacles come up from beneath the boats. Entirely too many. It's a little odd. And you see some grabbing the arms and some grabbing the legs, and they just begin to pull from either side of the boat. It is a long scene should you stay to watch.
No.
I think we're good.
Yeah,
I'll
she doesn't.
I would think turn away at least.
We would just I cover Rosita's eyes too. Like
You don't need to see this.
we don't.
I cover Nefertiri's eyes.
One hand on my own eyes, one hand on Rosita's eyes.
Dahl just turns to face the other way. Is all.
I watch. I watch, not out of like any enjoyment or anything, but just like
Acknowledgement.
to understand what has happened. You know, I guess to be a witness.
Yeah.
Rosita
Ophelia?
would have moved any hands away that were trying to cover her eyes.
Rosita's
Okay.
like, no, I don't
don't
want
wanna
Ophelia
see
is straight up just, she has a couple of daggers and she just casually throws them, picks it back up, takes a step back, throws it.
Damn.
Like,
Have it just target practice.
yeah. And not hitting anything vital. She's like, let me get a thigh. Let me get a piece of the other thigh. Like, it is callous. So, hunting a wizard.
Uh-huh.
Necromancer.
In particular.
That's never easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a
Would you like
lead,
some
though.
help?
Do you
May I
need
ask what
help?
the price is?
Ah, there you go. Someone caught on. Favor in the future, not killing anybody, not kidnapping anybody. Probably illegally acquiring some goods. Possibly getting them the hell out of here. Nothing terrible for a location. Or at least a general area.
If we would be stealing something, would it be something that could potentially get us cited by the government?
I mean, probably, yes. That's usually who I'm stealing from.
Eh,
That checks out. Nothing that would get us put on every single watch list possible, correct?
It's not going to be state secrets.
something that's not like something that's not going to be like it will be treason. We will be hanged for this kind of thing.
I would say most likely not treasonous.
Treasonous is fine. I more mean that like they don't put us on a watch list at every single watch point across the kingdom.
I would assume that's along the lines of treason to get that big.
They don't necessarily hang you for it.
Eh.
I'd prefer to be able to wander through this country without being impeded by such things.
I mean, there's always ways to wander through the country without being impeded if you're clever.
Yes, but it's effort.
Travel always is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you don't have to. I wish you all the luck. Your birds have been taken care of. They need to eat better. But
yeah.
I'm tempted to trade you a bird to see if that would work as a favor instead.
Do you offer? Because
Doll wouldn't do it without the others, is the thing. But Doll would be tempted to be like, what if we trade you birds? I think Doll would turn and be like, what about the birds? Would you be willing to trade those? To see if they would work?
She did say they're not being well taken care of. I don't actually know what the care regimen for these things are, so I don't know how true that is. But
All right.
She seems to like them more.
That's a good point. As long as we're not going in there like any weird magical lands, so I think we're fine. Could have done that. That was interesting.
What?
Najana? Oh, she offered.
No, I'm saying what to Ziku. Like, what are you talking?
Oh, I went through a whole force of undead to go find my dad.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry. That sounds awful.
Yeah, considering he ended up somehow in the Feywild, yeah, I'm gonna kill him when I find him.
I don't care about the birds. I mean, well, if you want to trade them.
Okay, let's see if that works. What about the birds? Could we trade you birds for a favor?
I'm not sure they're your birds to trade, are they?
That doesn't matter, I would imagine.
That's true.
Also, you did mention you hit the wrong warehouse, and I assume
that's also true. And I hate that guy.
You said yourself that not being well taken care of. Granted, I don't know the details of how that works, but I'd rather they be fed right.
You see her start like very much about to tell you how to take care of these birds, and she's like, that's not what they're asking at this moment. That is not the question.
Write me an essay. I'll read it.
You seem
Yes,
to
you
care
can
for the
get me.
birds.
Sure, I will take, but I need to take both birds, which leaves you in the difficult situation of how the hell are you getting out of here?
Could we borrow a boat by like a paddle boat? Your paddle boats? Do you need paddle boats?
You hear a couple laughs from the crew.
I don't know if you guys.
I believe the understanding was this was for us to get there with your help for the birds.
I could lend you a tender, yes. Judging by the current and the distance, you would probably not make it back to Ross till tomorrow.
We could.
We could throw
Now,
in the
if
birds
you wanted to say, and Najana, she is looking at a small patch. You kind of acknowledged when you first woke up, but never clocked. Like, yep, that's a weird symbol on my wrist. There's weird symbols fucking everywhere. Great.
Yeah.
I have not seen a patch like that, Captain, in quite some time. So, if I can have your patch, I will let you leave with both of the birds. If you can bring them back by, say, tomorrow night.
What does the patch mean?
I was curious if you knew.
For the sake of transparency, I woke up earlier today under a tree with no memory of who I am. So,
No memory.
nope. Well, I know
Ah.
my name.
That's good.
I
will
know-
say
Yeah.
there's a reason I've been calling you Captain. That
I was going to ask.
That is what that symbol means.
Huh.
A captain of military standing. However, I was taught what that symbol meant when it was history and not mythology, to give you a judgment of how old I am.
Gives her no judgment. It gives her no. She's
Would I?
just.
Wait, yeah.
I would say you can go ahead and make a history check.
Let's see. My history is sometimes weird.
Like,
Yeah,
which gives you an idea of how
probably-
old I am, and I just blink.
But
I
it
know,
would,
I-
because nobody else has recognized it, and even the symbol is a thing of mythology to these people. And she is recognizing
sense,
it as
yeah, okay.
a historical thing.
I was gonna say I rolled a 5, so I don't know.
Probably not.
Oh my god, throw your dice out.
No, my dice have been rolling well. This one just rolled a 5 right now. I rolled a 15 last. That was good.
I haven't seen something like that in quite some time. However, I cannot tell you more because if there is a reason you don't have your memory, I am not about to be the one to interrupt those who have decided that reason.
Well, I don't think I can give you this patch because I don't know what it means, and I might need it.
I intend on giving it back once you return the birds. As collateral, let's say.
Oh, okay.
As I assumed that would be your reaction of absolutely the fuck not.
But probably not for the reasons that I'm saying. Absolutely not the fuck not.
Valid.
I will give her the patch as collateral.
She gently folds it, puts it in a pouch. Waves for the birds. The harnesses were janky. We redid the harnesses. They've been fed. She snaps. I need the two of you. And she goes over to one of the people who is not in great shape right now, and kind of looks through their pockets and pulls out a croissant wrapper. Figured he'd have something, the idiot. Take this.
Rosita's face. Just
Find
just
the
that
person who
snaps
ate it.
so hard.
Look for the stars and give me an answer. Okay, Cap. And she hands it to two people. One who looks like they have bark as skin, and the other one who is kind of an opalescent color. And they both make their way down below. Maybe 20 more minutes.
Could we say like our time this time has been like we can count as a short rest?
Yeah, absolutely. You've mostly just been talking.
Get them key points back, girl.
Oh, do I get those back on a short rest or a long rest?
You get them back on a short rest.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know. I thought I had the long rest for that. Okay. Great. I'll take that. Great. We're going up against the necromancer, so I don't know if Hand of Harm is going to be super useful. Hand of Healing, though, probably going to be top notch.
I have some things I can do.
I
Depends
can
on
hit
what they do.
things.
I can also hit things for the most part. I just technically have the divine aspect of it, I think. I hit things with this quarterstaff. That's how it goes.
Couple minutes later, 20 minutes, half hours goes by. The one with opalescent skin comes back up. Captain, we were able to find and starts drawing kind of a very rough map. From what Elise mentioned, I think this may be the village she had talked about. I don't know this land well enough to judge. Neither of us do. Not my plane. So and she kind of hands it over. Ophelia takes it real quick. More than a mile off the river, I can tell you that. Hands it over to the rest of you.
Great.
Your governor might have an idea of where that is.
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Glad I could be a help. Glad you helped me find this nonsense. Everybody needs a reminder once in a while. Thank you for providing one. Take care.
Problem.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. I suppose we get on our birds and we go. Is my assumption.
All right. Are you headed back to Ross, or are you going to try and find this village?
I would say let's go find the village, personally.
Because I don't know how much background information that because the government doesn't seem to have a whole lot of background information on Cassandra to begin with, other than she's a necromancer who got arrested.
I think it was less about that background and more about getting the exact location of the town.
Oh. Possible. Well, would I be able to, like, I don't know, cartographer skill, figure it out?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a survival check at advantage.
Nope.
Especially because you've been through here. Like,
Yeah, I've been
you
through
did
it
make
before.
this walk, so you have some idea of what all is around.
The survival's not great, is the problem. I really put more into history.
Guidance.
Thank you. $15? Would it give me general proximity?
When you and Matrix and Anansi were making your way back from Tyrell, you went through a couple of little town is too generous of a word for some of these little outposts. One of the larger ones was Woodhurst.
Is that where Matrix had to talk with the kid? I remember because we were trying to figure out, like,
the little kid with the Bowie knife.
with the Bowie knife, because Matrix was going around asking them if they knew the story, if they knew about a goddess who had a blue and a violet eye, and he's like, "That's a bedtime story."
Right. Yes, the small child running around with a Bowie knife. That was not in Woodhurst, but you did come to a town of much more significant size right after that. So
Mm-hmm.
you would vaguely know where that was and where Woodhurst was.
Okay, I would relay that to the group, and also and probably like show them like my drawing of the map that of that. Like it's not perfect, but it's general vicinity. Probably because those are all the outposts that I from between Turas and Terrell, and I'm under the assumption that this place is in between those two, unless it was supposed to go the other direction.
Sweetie, you said that so fast.
Nothing
It
in
did
my
not
head.
register to me. I'm sorry.
God damn it! I'm sorry, I do
You said
that.
that so-
I
Okay.
gave Ziku I gave Ziku my accidental. I go too fast. My brain goes too fast, and my math goes just as fast, if not faster. Um, we're under the assumption that this place is in between Turas and Terrell. This is the general vicinity of the outpost that I saw walking from Terrell to Turas. So you gotta be in between here somewhere. They're not very big. We should hopefully have time to find them. If we want to avoid going back to the governor, because if we go back to the governor, then we have to get back the birds to the asshole, as she called him.
Well, I have to defer to you. I don't know this area very well. Or at all.
This is what I got. Doll, are you a local? Or I know, are any of us locals?
No, I've been around here for the past few months. I walked through that way to kind of get here, but no, I am afraid that I am not a local to this region.
Rosita, what about you? No? Okay. None of us are locals. Okay. Yeah, this is the best bet that I've got. I don't know. Did she say the name? Did the lady say the name of the town?
No.
No, just a town, small
Yeah.
village in between. Okay. So the biggest one, you said it was Wilbur's?
Woodhurst.
Woodhurst. God damn it. Biggest one is Woodhurst. So
She did say it was like a couple miles outside of Turas, right? Like 2 miles, I thought.
2 miles off.
The Ophelia said that it's at least a mile off of the river. She does not get far from the river in her boats, is kind of the vibe you were getting from that.
Well, I'm asking more about the woman who made the deal to get her sister resurrected.
Yeah, she said it was about two-ish miles away from Turas.
Yeah, so maybe
we should probably
can that narrow it down even further? Do we think it's that town?
Is Woodhurst the one that's 2 miles off, or is that farther in?
Woodhurst, it seemed a little further in, but y'all also weren't entirely sure where you were going that first trip. So
yeah, we literally went along the river from Ishmandor to I think we did stop in Turas for like a second no, we didn't. We just kept walking.
No,
we just went straight.
You guys went.
We went straight. Yeah.
You guys went straight through the woods. You did not make it to Turas. So
right, because we stayed on one side of the because Turas is on one side of the river, Turas on the other. Correct? No.
You guys, because of where Imshandor was, you didn't go up the river. You stayed in the woods the whole trip.
Okay.
Turas was mentioned. Had you wanted to take the river north, you could.
But we went with River Qeeen. No.
Right.
Right now I remember. Okay. See, I say I would then at that point I guess I'm just steering Doll like, okay, go this way. To go get to the ones closest, get to the outpost / villages closest to Ross first. We can always work our way outward down the line.
Okay. All right. I will say whoever is driving, go ahead and make, I don't know, survival or nature, or make some other argument for some other kind of check.
Rosita, do you want to drive? Oh, you're like, you look sleepy. You're muted.
I'm having a bit of a sugar crash after all the goodies that I had earlier.
Water.
What are we driving?
She needs some protein. Gonna get some almonds. That's okay. Why don't you take a nap?
I'll try to help,
Let's see.
and I'll cast guidance on you.
Oh, thank you.
Do you? I'm Ziku. I am not potentially the best driver.
What's your modifier?
So, to survival +2.
Mine's +1. I didn't realize that making fell under survival. I thought it was under intelligence.
No, it's under wisdom.
So I would have put the proficiency in there, hadn't I?
I can draw. I'll enhance ability again.
Okay.
Because I got back those spell slots.
I got a 17 survival.
Okay.
Ooh, I could have done so much better and so much worse. That's a 12. I rolled a nat 1 on one of these. Now you are figuring a tired fucking dice.
You and these birds are just not having a good time, doll. You see Najana flying pretty straight. You track where Turas is, and then almost a hard turn towards the forest. Your bird, however, decides it's going to go ahead and chase a flock of geese for a little while.
Okay. Yeah.
And starts trying to like just snap them out of the air.
Oh,
no, not those. No. Oh, okay.
So yeah, you got a little bit of roller coaster going on.
Should I try that? Should I try to can I try to get the bird to chill?
Sure. What do you want to use?
Survival, I guess. Because
Sure.
I don't know what else I got. Are
you trying to calm the animal down and like get it to focus, or are you trying to
steer,
not lose track? Because that's animal handling versus survival.
They're both the same.
All right.
Both +1. Well, it's an 18, so 19 total.
Yeah.
For whichever one works. I'd probably just try to get it to relax. Like, hey, breathe. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Focus up, man. Focus up.
Focus a little. Go this way. It's okay. We will get you a treat when we land. Come on. I'll bribe you if that's what it takes. Come on.
Yes, and you do manage to, after Najana Rosita, you guys see the other bird kind of hard veer towards the north for like a good 10-15 minutes. You just kind of land on one of these branches and you're like, where are they? Oh, they're coming back. Okay. You start heading back.
Probably some geese feathers in my hair from like just trying to get this thing to stop.
You start heading back towards the very rough map that was given to you on the ship that has been added onto by Ziku. It's not a long flight, maybe 10 minutes. And there is a clearing in these woods with these massive trees. Maybe 150 buildings settled around a central square. People walking around. It's just a quiet kind of mid-forest community.
And we are landing in it with giant birds.
And, well, I mean, you don't have to land in it. You could.
Okay, we're landing near it with giant birds.
We don't see any other large birds flying amongst the treetops or elsewhere within the forest.
Nothing this size.
Okay.
No, I would say, again, because all y'all got good perception. As you're flying, you do hear howls And Rosita, I would say you probably have heard stories of these. In
Flying wolves?
this part of the forest and further north, they're not flying, but they are arboreal. And they are dire wolves. So they are about 10 to 15 foot tall, massive wolves that run in packs through these massive trees comfortably.
Don't leave your food out. They like to poke at you.
There's a
I
lot,
remember.
yeah. Big puppies like trees.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they like to howl a lot at night.
Yeah, I think Doll would definitely try to land the bird more quietly. I want to make sure the bird does not wander off.
Okay.
Because we did make a deal. Is there
Try
a
to
way
keep
I can... I was
Is
gonna
there a
say,
way
is
we
there...
can get the...
Can we like put some rations on the ground, like tie the bird to it, like tie just an ankle of the bird to the tree without getting killed by the bird?
I mean, it is wearing a harness and things of that nature, so you could
that's true.
probably tie it off with the harness.
I will tie the harness to the tree, but I'll give it slack so like if the wolves come, it can just go up.
I don't know
I
how
feel
well
like
that would.
This is a giant eagle,
Wolf
and
in the
I'm
trees.
pretty sure it's bigger than a dire wolf.
That's a
I
good
think it
point,
could
but I don't
destroy a
know what
dire
it's gonna
wolf.
want to do.
They might be
Maybe it
about the
runs
same
away.
size.
Well, yeah, this is a dire wolf we're talking about. So that they stand in a bipedal one. Well, actually, no, they stand bipedal.
They're
No,
not
good point.
bipedal, thankfully.
No?
As far as
Oh.
no, they're just
Bipedal-
I'm
big.
thinking werewolves. Okay.
You're thinking of
I
Bipedals
werewolves.
just think we
count
should
as
give the
large
bird the
beasts.
slack to fly upwards and around.
Well,
Give it a nice
they're up.
50-foot radius.
Well, the dire wolves are up there.
Well,
so if it goes up, it goes into the dire wolves.
I don't know. I just want to give the birds.
I
I just don't
feel
want
like
the bird
it's
running
gonna be-
away.
I feel like we're spending a lot of time on the eagles, and I feel like they're gonna be fine.
Okay, good point.
Like
I
I
will
feel
just-
like they're fine.
I will just try to type an eagle and then go.
You go tie up the eagles just to keep them where they're supposed to be.
Okay. All right. Y'all head into town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do get some strange glances. Again, this town hardly deserves that name, as there's maybe 150, 200 buildings here. People kind of do the wave and squint at like, hey, how who are you? But nobody's impeding you, but nobody's coming up to talk either.
That's fair.
Oh wait, we need to talk to the people to find out where to go. Yeah, Doll, is there like a bar?
At least be one. It doesn't always a dry town.
Look like there's a bar, a place to
Make it
shop.
investigate. Well, there's definitely a little marketplace set up in the center of town. And again, that's a broad word. There's, 10 or 15 people, and somebody's got, a table out with a whole bunch of bread and kind of just handing it out. You don't see any cash being exchanged, because every time somebody comes over for bread, they're handed, a pot of this or a loaf,
yeah, I was gonna say it feels like more like like co-op
trading.
vibes. Yeah.
Butter economy. Yeah, Doll will head that way then. Like, Doll's mostly just looking for, this is a place where people communally go and not somebody's private residence.
Yeah. You don't see any. You see like a town hall, maybe. There is a hall. You pick up halls. Not necessarily pub or anything like that, but like everybody could meet here.
More or less, yeah. You want to try town hall? Do you want to try to get food?
I think it would be best if we first go. Town hall feels a little official.
Well, do you want to go to? Well, that's why I suggested the marketplace. They have food there. People are probably a little more chill. Plus,
Yes.
but what was the name of the woman who was originally from here? Chantel, or was it
Elise?
Elise? Thank you.
So, town hall would have the records for sure, but
would they give us
you know,
access? Considering
if
we're
they
not
give
from
us
here.
access, and it may be, we can try town hall. Let's try the marketplace first, and if that doesn't work, then we can go to town hall.
All right. I go to the marketplace, yeah.
All right. You see, like I said, somebody selling bread. There's a couple people. Selling is a loose term in this instance. Somebody's got a whole bunch of bread out. There are a couple of people with little trinkets, hair bands, like a couple of roughly worked, almost wooden looking bangles, baskets, just people talking. There's a half dozen little kids running around a well. One of them's got a stick and is chasing another one.
Yeah, Doll will approach, kind of just waving to the person handling the bread, and kind of just like, hello.
Hi, stranger. How can I help you?
Sorry for approaching. My name's Doll. These are my friends. We were wondering about where Elise lives. Or Elise lived. Elise.
Oh, I'm Shayna, by the way.
Shayna.
Elise,
it's nice to meet you.
I haven't. She left town after her sister died.
Yes, we had heard.
That was 6 years ago, maybe. Three houses down, and then about 4 houses up was where they stayed. No kin left in town.
Do you know where the sister by any chance was buried?
I
know that it's an awfully weird question. We're trying to... I imagine small towns talk a little bit. We're trying to avoid something bad happening. People do desperate things for a family.
Ellie's got herself in some trouble. And it might hit here.
And we're trying to avoid that.
What kind of trouble?
Necromancers?
All right, that's the one.
I
didn't know if we wanted to. Didn't know if you wanted us to just come out and say that, but would you like a pastry? I don't know if you take old.
I gladly take a pastry, thank you.
I take some bread.
Okay. Here, and she kind of switches that one out, as takes the one you took and gives you a different one up. I think we lost Ivy again.
Oh.
It appears that way.
Yeah.
I was trying to, during that exchange, I rolled a 20 stealth, and either a 14 or a 24 sleight of hand, depending on whether I had advantage with that distraction, to steal some bread and or trinkets that you mentioned.
Which one are you more interested in? Because really, with a 24, you absolutely could.
That would only be if I had advantage from that interaction. Otherwise, it would be a 14.
14. Okay.
I heard the mention of food. Well, I don't know that. Did I know that Ziku had pastries?
I don't know.
I will have a very, very betrayed look on my face if I see Ziku pull out some pastries. As I'm trying to like grab a loaf of bread and I see that, I won't try and steal the pastry discreetly too, but I will remember this moment.
You do. You remember this moment. You look down and there is a little S on your bread. Don't know necessarily what that means, but there's got a little S on it.
Super bread.
Okay. Like a specifically stylized S? Does it look like it was like branded into it or burned into
It looks like it was put there on purpose.
molded. Okay.
Not necessarily molded. Like, it doesn't look fancy. It's just very obviously a S in the middle of Brenton. You just kind of note it because it's like weird.
Magic awareness.
Okay.
Is there anything magical within 60 feet?
I mean, aside from the items that your friends are carrying, nope.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I'll keep that bread for later.
Okay, yeah.
But then seeing Zico trying to like trade some stuff, I'm like, oh, I guess I don't need to steal for a group.
If there's necromancers about, we should most likely tell Tyrell. If yes, come, I'll introduce you. We've got means to talk to Tyrell relatively quickly.
Yes.
Waves you on.
Yeah, I'll follow.
And starts leading you towards the town hall. And she doesn't seem to mind just leaving her table unattended.
You didn't even have to sneak to get the food down.
Yeah, I would like to continue sneaking though, and just try to eavesdrop like I would normally do back home to kind of just get the tea and the chisme in the neighborhood of like stuff that's going on, like what are like current events, people's names, just get a little more vibe of like what this area, this little commune is about. Just generally picking up stuff from through osmosis, basically.
Yeah, you pick up it's mostly a village for hunters. Supply a decent amount of food to Ross and Tyrell as far as, hunting. There's been some, one of the oldest daughters is kind of getting eyes for one of the hunters' boys, and you get a little bit of town gossip. Somebody's baby just got sick and they're trying to make sure it's not ghost sickness. They're waiting for one of the clerics to show up.
Would
Let's
that
see.
trigger anything for me? Because isn't that what Sarah has?
Yeah. Yep.
And somebody was talking about it? Not necessarily about Sarah, but that someone else may also have it here?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to pay more attention to that.
Okay. You kind of slow down and listen in. They're talking about it, baby. Yeah, she's been looking a little gray lately, and I mean, we had a mom was checked back when she was pregnant and everything. Clerics came and did good work then, but being out here, sometimes you just pick it up. Once one of the clerics comes in from Tyrell, should be right as rain, no problem.
I'm sorry. Is this where Cassandra is, or this is something completely different?
This is the place that the River Queen's lackeys gave you. This is, you're guessing-ish where she might be.
Not Tyrell.
Cassandra or Sarah?
Cassandra, the necromancer.
Interesting.
This is, I mean, this is where
Okay, understood.
Sarah is, and if she was passed off, then this might also be where Cassandra is.
Okay, thanks.
Since we know that like she's going to be potentially resurrecting somebody, and so they might meet here.
Thank you. I spaced out a little bit, and I think I'm reconnecting the dots.
It's all good.
No my Wi-Fi cut. I thought that you were asking whether or not we were in Tyrell, and I'm like, that's a different thing.
So yeah, you hear, the baby might have ghost sickness, which is a little weird, but it clears up quick enough if they are caught by a cleric.
And so sorry, there is currently a pregnant person in this community that has ghost sickness.
No,
No,
there is a
there
is a
baby that
baby.
has
A
ghost
Yes,
sickness.
baby
has
that has
might.
ghost sickness.
Yes.
The mom was checked over while she was pregnant, and the baby came out and the baby had ghost sickness.
Or at least they speculate it's ghost sickness. We're
Yeah.
not 100% sure just yet. They're getting a clerk from Terrell to come look at the baby to make sure that whether it is or isn't and what the treatment plan will be. Granted, if Sarah still has ghost sickness symptoms, does that mean that they just didn't catch? I'm assuming that just means they didn't catch it early enough. Or is it just weird like that?
Sarah
Is it
was
safe
also
forever?
born outside of Surrett, right?
Oh,
Sarah's mother was also a necromancer.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good
So
point.
that might also have something to do with it.
Okay.
That is a good point.
She did, in fact,
I think there's something here that I'm not
fuck with the dead.
putting it together. Okay. It's fine.
There's a baby with ghost sickness, and they're waiting for a cleric.
Yeah.
Cleric. But I'm not listening. I don't overhear this.
You're a cleric. You just don't. I don't believe it's your ghost sickness. So anyway, yeah, we go. My Wi-Fi cut out when we were talking with the lady.
You are all headed towards town hall, in essence.
Okay.
Because this lady says that y'all have some means. They have some means to contact Tyrell if there is a necromancer about.
Okay. I'll reunite with the group and kind of fill in what I've picked up from my eavesdropping.
Hello, sweetie. I'll come in, please. We don't have much as far as accommodations go in town. Not really, aside from the occasional caravan passing through that has their own, we don't get many visitors. There's a few bunks if you wanted to bunk up in the hall, because as you walk in, it is a combination kind of open meeting hall, partial like cafeteria if they were doing like a big holiday meal.
They're like a Stardew Valley town. This is like what you go to a farming simulator for. That tiny.
And there look like there's a couple closed off rooms that might be offices. And you kind of get that confirmed as she just give me a moment. Ducks into one of them.
Rosita, you said there was a sick baby?
Mm-hmm. There's they said that they checked that the baby might have ghost sickness, kind of like what Sarah might have or does have. Not really sure. But they're waiting on someone to come from somewhere else to help. A cleric?
Can I know I'm not with the baby, but like just it's a sickness. Can I like maybe do some kind of check to see if a greater restoration would help?
Sure.
Or something?
Let's say go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. Cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. 15?
15. From the little bit you learned earlier in the day, because this has just been a very long day for all of you, you think that a restoration might help. You think that a restoration probably would help. From the little bit you learned from Sarah earlier, she just had a particularly bad strain of it, in essence, that isn't getting knocked out. But traditionally, it has worked.
Okay. Uh, I'll wait until we have our little meeting and then I'll.
Um, this woman comes back in. Shauna comes back in. She's carrying a kind of fist-sized blue stone. This will connect you to the Temple of Lysander. If I don't know if somebody is currently with it, but if you'd like to, I guess let them know. Um, they usually are pretty good about sending somebody this way. I know somebody was ill. We usually have somebody coming in every few weeks anyway, so it lines up.
Mm,
Oh wait, just so I'm getting clarity, all these people in here are sick.
No,
Are they? No. Okay.
there's
Just making sure.
there's like maybe two or three other people kind
Okay,
of
I
just
was like, what the
sitting
hell?
eating bowls of soup, like
Okay.
chilling.
Oh, I heard there was a sick child.
Oh yes, Sean's little girl. She's gone a little gray. A hazard of
Um,
living out here sometimes.
I have some knowledge, some healing. I can maybe take a look.
Oh, oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Um,
Do you
and
need an
she kind of,
assistant?
If you want to join me, you can.
Okay.
oh, are you going to contact the temple, or do we want to come back to that, or?
we might come back to that because we're trying to find her first.
Okay, very well. I guess she runs back in. You hear her shuffling around, puts something down, comes back out. This way, then. She leads you back out. It's maybe a 5-minute walk. Kind of the edge of the village. Um, you see a big man, big red beard, long red hair. Looks like he could probably fist fight a bear. Big man. With this tiny little, maybe 3-week-old baby in his arms. He's kind of just bouncing her around. But the baby does look a little gray.
Uh, um, hi. Uh,
Sean, I found there's a cleric came to town. I don't know where. Um, oh, bless. And he kind of just passes the baby over.
oh, okay.
Does Najana look uncomfortable?
Najana just looks surprised. like, but like, I don't think she looks uncomfortable. It's just like she wasn't expecting you to just
Hand the
shove a
baby.
child. This has happened to me in real life before. It was very weird. I offered this woman help at the airport with her bags, and she just handed me her baby instead. I was like, okay, great.
That's a whole other level of something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll take the baby. Sort of. I guess I'll look them over.
Yeah.
And then I'll cast.
I'd like to assist with like, I don't know, like checking vitals and such as well. Like I've seen before.
So I'd say go ahead and make a medicine check. Rosita.
Oh, Rosita.
19. Ooh, 24.
24. Everything's a little slower and cooler than it should be on a baby. They are usually warm and practically thrumming with life, and this one is definitely like sluggish. Eyes are still open, still kind of looking around, aware, but definitely sluggish.
Yeah, something's definitely off. There's okay. Things are just a little slower. Here, and I'll like adjust, I don't know, the child positioning not knowing whether it's helpful or not, just kind of replicating things that I've observed and witnessed. Um, Maybe like either adjusting like coverage or removing some coverage. Um, to assist Najana to let the casting of the spell like take better or whatever Hosita like thinking that it will help it take better.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your spell.
Okay. I think I just do it.
You don't got to do anything. You
I just
go
do
ahead.
It just
You
happens.
put a hand kind of center of the chest. There is a soft glow. And all of you see as this gray starts to recede. Matter of maybe 3 or 4 minutes, baby is bright-eyed again. And even kind of from a distance, you can feel more just vibrancy from the child.
Can I flavor this a little bit?
Go for it.
I'm holding the child, Rosita's sort of like fussing in a good way, like fussing over the baby a little bit. And I sort of like just touch 2 hands to their like little chest and like just like a pulse of like scintillating light, like an aura of twilight sort of encases the baby, and when it like dissipates there's like rosiness to their cheeks and their eyes are really bright and they're a little bit more alert.
Yep, absolutely. Wow. Thank you, lady. Thank you. I'm sorry.
You did it.
I'm Sean. This is Rosa.
Nice.
Thank you. I was so worried.
No problem. I'm happy I could help.
He kind of like goes to if you can take her back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Thank you. Can I give you anything? Do you need anything? Can I offer you anything for your help?
Oh, no, I don't need anything. People
Any of you,
ask,
please.
I mean, we are looking for someone.
Oh, I'm usually not in town, so if there's somebody out in the wood, I might know.
Have you ever met a lady named who would introduce herself as Kaz or Cassandra?
Really not.
She's a little.
I can't say I was introduced to anybody by that name. No.
Have
Maybe
there been
about
any other visitors recently? Like new?
I was about to say
newer?
about a week back, there was some kind of disturbance, or I guess dust up. Some
so?
magical nonsense. Got the wolves all riled up. They're not. Have you any of you had to deal with the wolves?
Nah.
They are entirely too smart to be such beasts.
They're annoying. Literally,
they
can I
are.
just not camp in peace?
No, you can't. But there was some dust ups between them and somebody shooting all sorts of magic. A couple miles away, about a mile and a half south. I could lead you back to that area if you wanted.
That'd be great. Question: when did your little one get sick? Around that same time, or has this like been going on for a little bit?
She started getting gray maybe 3 days ago after her mom passed. My wife.
Yeah, my condolences.
Sorry to hear that. Well, We wouldn't want to take you from your little one.
Absolutely not.
Could you maybe just draw us a map or point us in the direction of where we should go?
Absolutely. That's no problem. Yes, I can do that. Um, he kind of looks up, and you can't see too much of the sky. What you got, Rosita?
I have a question when you're done with this explanation.
Okay. You can't see too much of the sky unless you are in the center of town, just because of how thick the trees are. Are you planning on heading out this evening? It's going to be dark here a couple hours.
Oh, I think I need a really long nap, maybe in the morning.
Yeah, as long as we keep I mean, there haven't been any more disturbances than the one that you saw.
To be fair, I've been a little
Been
busy.
home. No, that's fair. That's fair. You've been with your little one.
At least let me make you all dinner.
I'd be
Rosita
okay with
lights
dinner.
up immediately.
Dinner sounds nice.
Please.
Food.
And he invites you all in.
Forgets the question that
is
she was going to ask and just gets distracted by food.
It's a cozy
Food.
little
The
house
prospect of
on
food.
the edge of town, but
Yeah, we will set up
there
our
is
own bedrolls.
space
We're
and
not
it is
gonna.
warm.
We'll just set
And
up. I'll set up my bedroll in the living room.
And he absolutely starts setting about, baby in one arm, setting up a big pot so he can make y'all some dinner.
And over dinner, Rosita will say thank you. Thank you for your hospitality. And
What do you say? Thank you.
Oh my God.
and we'll ask, like, sorry to hear about the mom. Where is she?
We buried her out in the town's little graveyard. About a couple hundred, maybe 200-300 yards outside the far end of town.
So there's a place where everybody kind of
What's the dead?
where everybody goes together?
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
Some people got odd requests, but overall.
Okay.
And I'd imagine. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is that around where you saw the disturbance? The graveyard?
It's that direction. The disturbance was further out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Are they would you like us to leave anything there if we have to pass it on the way?
No, I usually take care of that. But thank you.
Okay.
You've done plenty already.
What was her name?
Lara. And he, tells you guys about how they first met and how she was wicked with a bow and arrow and would outshoot him just as often as he could outshoot her. That's how they ended up in this little hunting village. And stories are traded and the night passes by.
No, Zika would try to encourage him that being a single dad will not be the end of the world. She knows from experience she was not in fact fucked up by a single dad, so
all right.
Give him that encouragement.
Yeah, I imagine Nefertiti just sort of like curled up near like the baby's bassinet or whatever, like a dog, like a protective dog.
Yep,
like
right underneath
my baby
it.
must protect.
Yeah.
And I'll take off my like steampunk gumball machine and curl up with that myself.
Okay.
I will say before Zuko goes to bed, I think she's working on her maps and probably holding on to the bracelet pendant that her dad gave her. Okay. And just thinking about him because she's seeing someone in a similar-ish situation to hers.
Actually, if I see you working on a map, I might, before curling up, I won't stay up all night with you working on that, but
no, I'm gonna go to bed.
I'll spend some time with you there as you work on it, just kind of talking, getting to know you a little bit, like seeing what you're working on, and studying your map a little bit too.
No, yeah, and she's got a bunch. Like a bunch. Like it's her thing. She'd probably even show you her map of Ishbandor, which is her home. So
All right. Everybody good?
Mhm.
Okay. And with that, you all bed down for the night. And we'll go ahead and call it for this evening. As it is now midnight. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this isn't gonna take long. I don't need to sleep. I can just rest for like 4 hours, and I'm apparently still awake the whole time. I just have to like not move. So like, just saying like if anything happens, I'm still alert.
Okay. Is that uncomfortable for you to realize?
Oh yeah, this is your first long rest, right? No, second.
No, this is my first
No,
one.
this is
It's
first.
been the same day. This is the
First,
same
we
day.
haven't had one yet.
It's been a
My
very long day for you.
This has been,
okay.
Yeah. I think at first I don't realize it. I think it's just like maybe I'm just still like wired from the day. You know how some like, you have to like sort of
decompress.
Turn your brain off and whatnot. And then I just don't sleep. Then I just like I don't get tired at all. And I do feel like I don't say anything, but there is like an internal panic inside.
Okay. Which is a totally normal way to feel when you suddenly realize you can't fall asleep. And with that, we will leave off after a very long day for everybody.
Yay!
Good job, gang. You met the River Queen.
Woo. Yeah, and
She's
she was hot.
She's fun. I like her.
All right, let's go around. Everybody introduce themselves, say where all you can be found and all that good stuff. And we're going to go backwards. So, Ziku, you're up.
Hi, I'm Ivy. You can find me here every other Friday, and tomorrow for our finale, Philly by Night. Yeah, I'm usually just here on RollingDeez20's. You can find my Twitter, IBM2757. My TikTok is IBM_57. I have it Amazon and a Ko-fi should you choose to help with cosplay endeavors. This is a lot of fun. I'm excited to keep playing in Surrett. It's been a while. I'm just happy that we're back here. It's been a while, and let's see what the story goes. Where the story goes. Damn it, brain.
All right, Doll, you're up.
Hi, I'm Theta. I was playing Dal. I do not remember how to talk about myself. I can be found at Bing Sujong on Twitter, though that might, not be applicable in a week. So who knows how that's going. I think I'm not in any things that are being streamed right now, but I will be when the new year comes. So check us out then.
Rosita.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay, Rosita, you're up.
I'm the Juice. I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I've been Rosita tonight, our very sleepy gnome, wild this, that, and the other character. You can find me on Twitch at the Juice TM. You can also find me on Twitter at the Juice TM for who knows how much longer. And tomorrow night, you can find me here again with many of these fine folks and some others for our complete finale of Philly by Night, Vampire the Masquerade.
It hurts.
My mommy issues come to a wrap.
Yep.
Which I'm salty about because I'm the one who asked for mommy issues. I specifically asked for them.
Well, you're getting mommy issues. They're just not your own.
No, I want my own, okay?
We'll deal with your mommy issues in a one shot. It's fine.
No-
Najana,
yeah.
you're up.
Oh.
We've talked about doing that like one shots and stuff, so hopefully we'll come. This won't be the end, but
Hi, I'm Fair. You could find me on Twitter and I guess Tumblr. Well, I've always had this Tumblr at Fairbear. I just revamped it because that's where people are going. And whatever. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, you can catch the season finale of Ampistrano, our D&D 5e campaign over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel. We just recorded it last night and it's really great. So
Who's helping
definitely
produce this
tune
show,
in.
by the way?
Yeah, Jordan's helping produce the show. So big ups to Jordan. Definitely give her your follows and your flowers. But yeah, we wrapped up our season for Ampistrano last night, and so you can catch that recording tomorrow. And also Jordan says there's going to be a little secret surprise at the end that not even the players know about. So stick around and to the very end to find that out. And then let me know, just in case I'm sleeping and don't show up. Then tomorrow night I will also be in the season finale of Philly by Night. I don't like that I'm having 2 season finales on the same day. That is illegal.
well, one's a
and
series.
everybody should go
so-
to jail. Everybody should go to jail. And that's kind of, yeah, that's it for me for right now. I do have some things coming up that haven't been announced yet, some secret projects I'm working on that won't be released for some time. But yeah, just check me out on Twitter and or Tumblr at Fairbear, because that's, I guess, where you'll know what I'm doing when I'm doing it now. Twitter's not going anywhere, let's be honest.
It's gonna go.
Probably not.
It's gonna work
Probably
like
not.
crap, but it's probably not.
I'm used to that because I've been on Tumblr for so long.
Yeah.
I could deal with websites not working because Tumblr never fucking works.
Good point.
Tumblr hasn't worked well since like 2006. It's
Yeah.
fine. And then it was
Here's
a
the thing.
very different site.
I'll be honest, one of the things I'm going to potentially miss the most about the functionality of Twitter is that Twitter, I think, is the only social media I've ever used where the DMs are actually fully functional, because Tumblr has not fixed their DMs. Like, the glitches and bugs in their DMs are still the same ones that they've been since like 2014.
I wasn't kidding when I said it worked in 2006. All right, and I am Liz, your humble dungeon master. You can mostly find me here, obviously, on Friday, every other Friday. We are going to have a bit of a break until December 16th because so many lovely people are going to be doing fun things at PAX Unplugged. You know, and having a life outside of Twitch, which is important. You can also find me here tomorrow for our series finale for Philly by Night. After 2 years, the coterie finally has to deal with its nonsense. And you can find me anywhere else at Fuzzy Slippers 05. And yeah, that's basically it. Once again, shout out to D&D Jordan Lee for being awesome and making sure that all of this stuff works and looks as amazing as it does. Yeah, and we are going to go ahead and raid some cool people. I don't know who we're going to raid yet, but we're going to raid somebody. So hang out, go see more interesting folks, and thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate you. And we will see you hopefully tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody.